As I open my eyes, there's no surprise. The voices tell their lies out through my head. All the people say there is no way, so I'll tear out another page, and I'll try again. You can never understand the things that I've been going through. This life is everything I never wanted it to come to. All the things inside of me, all the things I'll never be. Finally, it's coming to me. I can even tell what is real, what is fake to me. Every time you speak, another voice tells a lie to me. Fill my cup, drink it up until I'm found. I'll never be. I chose this life, I can't turn back. You can't tell me that you know me when I don't know myself. As these walls close in, well, I can't deny the fact that I lost myself inside, somewhere within the lines. You can never understand the things that I've been going through. This life is everything I never wanted it to come to. All the things inside of me, all the things I'll never be. Finally, it's coming to me. I can even tell what is real, what is fake to me. Every time you speak, another voice tells a lie to me. Fill my cup, drink it up until I'm found. I'll never be. I chose this life, I can't turn back. One step behind this heart attack. I can't keep holding all this back. I never had a chance of seeing clear without all you here. You can never understand the things that I've been going through. This life is everything I never wanted it to come to. All the things inside of me, all the things I'll never be. Finally, it's coming to me. I can't even tell what is real, what is fake to me. Every time you speak, another voice tells a lie to me. Fill my cup, drink it up until I find I'll never be. I chose this life, I can't turn back. Insanity. Is this my life? A life with a bitter taste? Am I condemned to waste? Show me my mistakes, and face me with my fate. I assume that my life is doomed. I will surrender my defy. I will surrender until the day I die. I will surrender while I'm still breathing. I will surrender while my heart's beating. Time goes by, but I still try. I'll keep my head up. I will never stop. Show me my mistakes, and face me with my fate. I assume that my life is doomed. won't surrender until the day I die. I won't surrender, I defy. I won't surrender until the day I die. I won't surrender while I'm still breathing. I won't surrender while my heart is beating. I'm crawling under the city of angels. I'm further from my own. The lights grow stronger, the fight moves under. I'm breaking under fire. No one will hold you, hold you. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. A special engagement, she lights up the pavement. She pays her toe to the throne. She calls a man on the phone and says, I'm not coming home. Another lonely soul to please. You told me it's what you want. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away. Every day I seem to realize you save me from this fight inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. Keep holding on to me. I don't know what went wrong. I can't believe she's gone. I can't breathe now that you're gone. She's gone away to the city. She's gone away to the lights. She's gone away. She's gone away to the city. She's gone away to the lights. She's gone away. In the city of looking for you. I'm always looking for you. I brushed it off, pushed it aside, but I couldn't hide. I was looking for you. Yeah, I was looking for you. I have a hand surrounded. I have the silence in the roar. Just a thinking. Coming for the storm. If I fall, you catch me. Push me back up. Inside of me, a bloody fire that I am a hand surrounded. I have the silence in the roar. Just a thinking in the dark. This is the cure before the storm. If I fall, you catch me. Push me back up on my feet. Be the strength inside of me. A burning fire that you face. Questions, no doubts. You got me figured out. I'm standing tall because I've got you right here by my side.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome to your original Rebel Racing League, the Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders Championship race here at Knoxville Speedway. This is going to be a very good race we got here tonight. If you ask me, Knoxville is probably, outside of Eldora, the widest dirt track we got. And the interesting thing about here in Knoxville, as well as Eldora, is it is a multi-groove track. Until you start seeing one of the grooves wear away, you're going to see people going high, low, and middle. Should create some really exciting racing. And to be honest, I do not see a lot of cautions happening in this race. Go ahead and take a quick look at a refresher on last week's top 5 finishers. See, they're pulled up on your screen. You got last week's winner winning his first race this season, and your current points leader going in this race, Garrett Kinder, followed by Michael Stefan and Ryan Pendleton. Those guys sitting second and third in points going into tonight's race. They got fourth, Keenan Church, and fifth was Trevor Byridge. So it should be a very interesting night. I do not see Colton Pendleton loaded in yet. Hopefully he's able to show up soon. In the meantime, let's take a quick look at the points. But when it comes to the standings, you got Garrett Kinder sitting in first with 276 points. Right behind him, sitting at 250, is Ryan Pendleton. And only 2 points behind Ryan, you got Michael Stefan. Something I learned last week is if you start from the rear and you ask for an EOL and you win the race, it is a double points race. Michael Stefan tried doing that last week. He came up just one position short of getting double points. Be looking out for him doing it again this week. I think that's really Michael's only chance of winning this championship. And Todd Shaw, he's not too far behind either. He's in there at 236 points. So you got 4 guys really that have a shot at this championship here. Garrett Kinder has a horrible night, does not make it into the features, really going to affect him points-wise. And that brings me to the next point, is these straw draws they do. It's really going to become crucial that you are able to get qualified into the heat races, because you could be the fastest guy on track, but you might be starting in the rear of your heat. And with how, even though this track is so wide, with it being such a fast track, it is actually kind of hard to get around people. You know, all you gotta do is hold your throttle down. And talking to these drivers before I hopped in the broadcast booth, they were saying that this track has a super speedway feel to it. We'll go look at the blimp view. We'll zoom out here and I'll show you how wide this track is. You see clearly, like right here where my mouse is, a little berm, but everything above that is track, and it doesn't look too big, but when you're driving on it, it's a really big track. Really fun to race on. I've raced here multiple times. Really easy kind of race on too. Well, we only got a minute left As luckily Nolan Green is pulling out, so we'll go ahead and ride chase view. Actually, we'll ride cockpit view just so you can see really how this track handles here. That's another thing, is getting off pit road is kind of tricky. And you can see just how wide this track is. There's that berm down to his left, and you got another foot above him where you see that dark stuff into the wall. Once again, you see how wide this track is. This is a really wide track, really fun to race on. Not Kinder, Nolan Green looks like he's struggling a little bit now to get that car turned in. Something to look out for. And as of now, it looks like we have 18 drivers that are still here registered for this race. So only 2 will not make it into the championship. Not championship, my apologies. The main feature event, our 30 lap race we got coming up. With that being said, we are getting ready to grid for our first heat here. See if we can't take a look at this race grid. You got Justin Simmons starting P1. Outside of him, we got Kyle Roberts starting P2. You got Garrett, or P3, my apologies. You got Garrett Kinder, and outside of him, you got Todd Schott in P4. Row 5, you have Charles Stevens Jr. looking to rebound. He had a tough week last week. Outside of him, you got the 17 machine of Josh Oswald. Then in row 4, you got Matt Knight and Alex Feast. And to round out this first heat, you got Eric Burkhalter and Brandon LaFawn. Some of these guys I mentioned, they might not be gridding because there were some guys that did leave during the practice runs. Oh, I stand corrected. I think everyone might be in this race. As Kyle Roberts looks like he's having difficulty getting it going. Yeah, turn your wheel the other way, Kyle. While they get that figured out, let's go to Garrett Kinder. Interesting turn of events start this race off. It looks like this is going to come down to 2 heats. Third heat is being skipped right now.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Green flag is going to be delayed a little bit while they get the field straightened out. I think that was an admin delay. Yes, it was. Interesting to see what happened there to Mr. Roberts. He seems to miss the start. Garrett Kinder will be starting on pole. That front row having the issue they were having. The lights on the pace truck should turn off this time by. The lights on the pace truck have turned off, and we'll be going green this lap in our first of 2 heats this race. A little bit different this week just because we didn't have quite as many people show up as we usually expect here in the Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders. Most likely that will mean that we will not have a consolation race. Basically, the way it's going to work is the first heat, where they finish, is going to set up the inside lane. The second heat will set up the outside lane. Green flag is out. We are out racing. We got 6 guys out on track right now. The early contact between the 64 and the 71, I believe. The Josh Oswald bouncing off the corners a little bit there. Kind of a little bit surprising there with how wide this track is. I see Garrett Kinder pulling out to a comfortable lead. We got a fight for P2 between Todd Schott and Charles Stevens Jr. Ooh, and Josh Oswald hit the wall hard coming out of that turn. No cautions out, but he hit that wall a ton. I can open a door for the 64 and 71 to get by. Nice little battle those two got going on. It's Eric Burkhalter, Michael Knight. Those guys are battling out for P4, I believe. Go back to check in our leader, Garrett Kinder, as he has pulled out to an insane lead over the rest of these guys. But the ticker is not working, unfortunately, here tonight. Other than that, everyone has kind of single-filed it out to this point. 71 was able to get around the 64 machine of Michael. And then to round out the field, you got Josh Oswald sitting back here, hitting that wall hard a couple times, definitely slowing him down a little bit. On that, nothing big going on, just what I expect here tonight. A lot of clean racing, a lot of gaps between people. Like I said before, it is really hard to get by people on this track. Another thing you might see here is these cars aren't really getting sideways here. It's talking to the drivers before also, and they're mentioning very minimum steering wheel. As while we got this clean run going on, let's go ahead and take a cockpit ride with Garrett Kinder, our leader here, for a lap or so. You see how very minimum he's moving that steering wheel to get that car around that corner, kind of hugging that berm on the inside of the corners here. Expect that line to go away in our feature race we got coming up after Heat 2. Shows you how easy this track is to get around. Anyone's gonna really hop in the car and drive this track. Garrett Kinder, he's on his way to the white flag coming up here. When he gets that white flag, he will secure that pole position for the second heat, as we got a battle going on back here between the 88 and the 71, it looks like. 71's trying to make a pass on this last lap here, going through turns 1 and 2. 1 and 3 and 4. Eric's going to have the preferred faster bottom line. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get it pulled off here. See if Charles Stevens can get a run, come off this turn. They come across the start-finish line. Eric Burkhalter will finish P3. And that's a little love tap there by Charles Stevens, saying, hey, nice race, man. Your winner of that race is Garrett Kinder, able to secure that pole position. Top shot finished in P2. Unable to look at the rest of the field, unfortunately. We take a look at this starting grid. You got Jordan Schaefer starting P1. P2, Scott A. Reed. He's had a good couple of races leading up to this race. You got P3, Trevor Byridge. Outside of him is Michael Meads. Going back to row 3, you got Fry Hubbard and Blake Henry. Row 4, you got John Smeal and Alex Sun. Alex Sun was not in this race. That's going to move Michael Stefan up to P8, and Nolan Green will be starting P9. Michael Stefan got his work cut out for him if he wants to start in that front row. Definitely a bigger heat. Definitely more action, hopefully, this heat. Here at 1, the green lights on that pace truck have turned off. The number 14 of Schaefer will lead this field to a green flag with Scott Reed to his outside. While we're on to this caution plate, just a reminder, folks, next week, these guys will be transitioning over to IRX Dirt Road Series. This is their first season. They will not be having it broadcasted. Unfortunately, I'd love to broadcast it, but they said no.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out, and the 14 gets a little bit of a late jump there. Kind of stalls that green flag, kind of stacks up the field. And this field is stacked up going into turn one as Trevor Byers going to look inside early to that number 73 machine, Scott Reed, and he's going to get by him pretty easily. He's out of sight, that's on that number 14 machine of Schaefer. And there are 3 wide fighting back there. Stefan, he was on the inside, I saw. As Byers can get by that 14 pretty easily here. Let's go check in on the 19 machine of Michael Stefan. See how he makes his way through the field, trying to get a good starting grid in that feature event. We have 8 laps to go. You see him there on the inside of the number 30 machine of Michael Means. Ooh, if there's a wreck happening back there, no one green involved in that. Everyone keeps it going straight. No cautions out. Meantime, Stefan has moved his way up into P3. A little bit more contact in between the 50 and the 14 back there. As Michael Stefan has moved his way up into P3. Got around that 30 machine of Michael Means. Now has the sight set on that 73 machine of Scott Reed. In the meantime, Trevor Byridge has a decent lead, about 2 car lengths over second place right now with 6 laps to go. You guys come down the backstretch here. See, the first 4 guys have a huge gap over the guys behind them. Look here, you got Johnson, Smeal, and it looks like Henry battling it out for position here. Blake Henry, that is. Looks like Nolan Green has caught up to someone too, and looks like he's battling it out with number 14 of Schaefer. That is for P5 right there, everyone. And Nolan Green, he has that inside line, which is preferred right now. It isn't worn out yet, so everyone's wanting the inside line. It is the quicker way around the track here at Knoxville. A little bit different what we're seeing at dirt. Usually it is the outside lane, but here it is the inside. See no one really hugging the inside line. He is now catching up to that number 30 machine of Michael Means, who's dedicated to run the outside line, it looked like. But no, he dives inside to block Nolan going into that turn. We'll take another quick look at our leaders here as Mr. Stefan has caught Scott Reed on the inside of the corner here. Going into turn 1, Stefan's going to pass Reed pretty easily, but he's going to get up on the berm going through the corner. He's going to hold off Scott Reed to go into turn 3. I don't think Stefan's going to have enough time to chase down Byridge, so he's going to have to be content with finishing P2. So it looks like Trevor Byers is going to lock up this win in Heat 2. And Stefan's going to finish P3, followed by Scotty Reed, then Michael Means. I don't think Nolan Green, as I say that, Nolan Green's on the inside of Means. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. No, he cannot. Short by half a car length. So Nolan Green finished P5. Schaefer falls back to P6. Blake Henry P7. Hubbard rounded out that field that was running in P8. As I was wrong, everyone, we do have a consolation race here tonight. Look at these consolation races. You got Matt Knights and Nolan Green in row 1. You got Josh Oswald and Joel Schaefer in row 2. Alex Veith and Blake Henry, row 3. Row 4 will be Kyle Roberts and Fry Hubbard. Row 5 will be Justin Simmons and John Smeal, and row 6 will be Brandon LaFawn and Alex Sun. So 8 from this will move on. So 8 of the 12 will move on to the feature. We will still have a 16 car feature coming up here later on tonight. Actually, coming up right after this race, we'll have the 16 car feature. 30 lap race to decide the season champions. And Michael Stefan definitely has his work cut out for him. It looks like we have 10 cars that gridded up for this consolation race. But 2 of them, unfortunately, will not make it to the feature. Keep an eye on Kyle Roberts. We weren't able to see how well he was able to run. He had some difficulties coming out of the pits for our first heat. So be looking forward to him. He might have some speed we don't know about. Also keep an eye on at 17 of Josh Oswald. He had some bad luck. Got loose coming off the corner early on. Hit the wall, which put him in this consolation race. Green flag will fly. We are going green for 15 laps in our consolation race. Josh Oswald's jumping low really quick. As he's going to push it 3 wide in the corner, he is riding that berm at 51. Alex Feast is all over his bumper. Ooh, a lot of contact back there. Michael Means involved and some other guys. That's not Michael Means. I'm so sorry. There you go. John Smeal involved in that commotion back there. Josh Oswald gets a little close to that 055 with Nolan Green there. Everything panned out just fine. I see Mr. Alex Feast out here. First time I've seen him out here racing. He's doing pretty good himself, sitting up there in P5 at the moment. We got a battle for the lead between Nolan Green and Matt Knight. Nolan Green looks like he's going to do a slide jump up in front of Matt, but can't quite clear him going through that turn. Matt's going to hit the wall hard coming out of the turn, dive low. Looks like everyone's going to miss him. Matt gets a little loose going through that corner. That's going to open the door for Josh Oswald and Schaefer to get by him here. But Matt Knight had to settle into 4th place for now after that contact early on. We got contact back between Alex Feast and Kyle Roberts, it looked like. And John Smeal, he has came up into a running for, I believe, P6. P5. Got 3 cars out here battling out for the 5th place position. Make that 4 as Fry Hubbard joins the picture. Looking at it right now, that Fry Hubbard is in that final transfer spot into the feature event. Behind him, you got the 74, Blake Henry, a little bit further back. And then behind Blake Henry, actually Blake Henry's the last guy on track. So weird with all these guys that joined in but did not race this race. As in the meantime, battle for this lead is really shaking up as Nolan Green has kind of pulled out a gap in front of Schaefer here. Schaefer hits that turn really wide, and that's what I was talking about before, how wide this track is. He gets up in those marbles up there, and that's going to open the door for Josh Oswald to possibly try to make a move on him as Schaefer's taking these turns really wide. Stands right now, Blake Henry will not make it to the feature race. As you see, we got battle going on right here for 2nd place, and they have actually closed this gap while they've been battling it out. But there's contact there coming out of that turn. Turn 2, I believe. Contact between Oswald and Schaefer. Schaefer's not letting up, but he is right there still. Oswald right behind him as he tucks in. Schaefer dedicated that low line, trying to make it work. Oswald dedicated that top line, trying to get the run off on these corners, get that speed going down the straightaways. As we got a battle going on back here between Smeal and Roberts. Roberts did not get a run his heat race, so he is showing the speed he has here as he has moved up a couple positions to start of the race. 2 to be exact, and Smeal has moved up 4 positions since the start of the race. Unfortunately, Blake Henry has lost 3. John Smeal looks like he has the advantage over Kyle Roberts. As Smeal will take that position away from Kyle. We go check back in with our leaders as Nolan Green has continued to build his lead over the now 2nd place car, Josh Oswald. The 64 car, Matt Knight, looks like he might be closing in for that 3rd place position of Schaefer, Jordan Schaefer. As I say that 64 hits the wall, it's going to hurt his momentum a little bit there. Coming up to 3 laps to go. Coming up to 2 laps to go, actually, as the leaders are about to cross the start-finish line here in our consolation race. Nolan Green leading the way with a tremendous lead, about a second lead over Josh Oswald. Looks like Nolan Green figured this track out. Looks like he was struggling in practice, but he has got this track locked down as he is leading this pack easily to a checker flag here. In the meantime, the 64 Matt Knights has closed that gap on Jordan Schaefer. With 1 lap to go, with Matt Knights have enough to get one more position on Jordan here. I don't think Matt's going to have quite enough. I think he's going to have to settle in for P4. We go look back at Kyle Roberts, followed by Fry Hubbard and Alex Feast is going to round out your top 8 for this race. Oh, drone flying. So the field is all set. 16 cars, 40 laps here at Knoxville. Championship is on the line. Should be interesting to see if Stefan asks for a EOL here to start from the rear. As Garrett Kinder, he is going to lead this field to the green from the pole. But let's take a look at the rest of the starting grid here while they start pacing around this track. So you got Garrett Kinder and Trevor Byers starting row 1. Row 2, you got Todd Schott and Michael Stefan. Row 3, Eric Burkhalter, Scott Reed. Row 4, Charles Stevens and Michael Means. Row 5, you got Nolan Green and Josh Oswald. Row 6, Jordan Schaefer and Matt Knight. Row 7, John Smeal and Kyle Roberts. And to round out this final feature race of the season, you got Fry Hubbard and Alex Vieth. You have fireworks going off already. We're going to see some more fireworks at the end of this race, and we might see some fireworks during the race. Should be interesting to see if these guys can keep it clean and see if we can get our first green to checkered race here this season since I've been broadcasting. See Todd Schott having a little bit of fun with Garrett Kinder before this race starts. And not Nolan Green. Michael Stefan did not elect to get an EOL. He must know that probably too much out of his reach. But Garrett Kinder looking for 2 in a row and looking to lock in this championship. Michael Stefan looking for his 4th win of the season, try to finish the season off with the most wins out of anyone this season. Other than that, everyone else here has yet to get a win. Will we see a repeat winner, either Garrett Kinder or Michael Stefan, or will we see a new winner on this season? Pace truck pulls off, green flag is out. A little bit of a late start there for Garrett Kinder, but nothing too bad. As I say that, Trevor Byers gets a great jump there, but with Garrett Kinder having the inside line, he has a faster lane around the track. They are 3 wide behind them. Garrett Kinder, Trevor Byers, 2 wide going into the turn. Todd Schott, Michael Stefan right behind them. And then behind those guys, you got Eric Burkhalter, Scott Reed. These top 5, these top 6 really fighting it out here. We got a lot of 2x2 racing here. As Trevor Byers is able to break away from this pack and single file it out. Todd Schott's able to finally get around that 669 machine of Michael Stefan. A little bit of contact there between Stefan and Burkhalter. Really going to hurt Stefan. Stefan's going to get in the back of Burkhalter. Oh, a big pile up behind him. No caution is out yet. There's definitely a car that spun. Josh Oswald, Charles Stevens, all involved in that. There's the caution we're waiting for. I have to take a look back and see what happened here. It looks like there's contact actually before the wreck happened here between Oswald and Charles Stevens. Let's slow it down there. I thought that was contact started from the incident in front of him, but no, it wasn't. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Stefan and Burkhalter here. This is the initial contact I thought brought out the caution, but they're both able to save it. Tough break for Oswald there, hitting the wall pretty hard. Just a reminder for everyone watching, the field is reset to what it was at across the start finish line on the last completed lap. And if you're involved in that caution, you will receive a EOL. Garrett Kinder got a family member watching saying, "Go number 13." He's had a good night so far. Led his whole heat race, and he's led every lap here since we started. Unfortunately, my tower is not working properly tonight. So we are going to have to rely on the ticker. Garrett Kinder gets jump on the green flag. This time creates a gap between him and Byron. Does not want to fight with him again. Everyone's going to single file it out behind him up until you get to the 71 machine of Scott Reed and the 73 machine. The 73 machine of Scott Reed and 71 machine Eric Burkhalter. Got so many cars on track, hard to keep track of all the names. They are too wide behind them, about 3 rows back. Top 5 starting to settle in. Nolan Green's going to peek to the inside of Scott Reed now. Caution is out. Looks like Charles Stevens involved in the crash once again. So I can take a look, see if we can't see what happened here. Charles Stevens. Looks like a little bit contact from Smeal, and the Smeal got hit again by the number 30 of Means. Go back and see if we can't watch that again from the 30's point of view here. Looks like that's where it all started. You see Smeal hits Stevens, and then Stevens unfortunately gets spun, and this Means gets spun there. A lot more cars involved. You know, when it started, I was saying there wasn't going to be too many cautions. That surprisingly, Byridge is in the lead. Trying to go back and see when that happened. A little bit of time here. Believe this is where Byridge was able to pass Kinder for the lead. I was back there watching Nolan Green fight it out, and in the meantime, Byridge was able to get in front of Kinder at the cross the start finish line, and then the caution came out, and that put Byridge in the lead. Trevor Byridge, he's been strong all season long, still looking for that first win. They will double file it up, coming to 1 to go this time by. He's just going to pull off, and Byridge is not going to waste no time getting to the gas here. That's really going to leave Garrett Kinder hanging, as he's going to be fighting out between the 26 and the 71. They're 3 wide going through this turn here early on. Michael Stefan in the middle, like Garrett Kinder on the outside. They straighten it back out to 2 wide going down the backstretch. It looks like they're 3 wide almost again, going through 3 and 4. Stefan is charging his way up to the front, now up to P3. Ooh, a couple cars in the berm, and Stefan, oh, can he save it? There's a big wreck behind him. We'll go back and see what happened there. Caution should fly, and it does fly. A lot of cars involved in that one. Got Reed one of them. We might have to slow this down and see exactly what happened here. As we slow it down here, you can see Stefan get loose up there. Does a great job saving it. And then Reed, unfortunately, gets back in the 55 of Nolan Green and then gets ran by the 50 of John Smeal. And Reed is going to go for a tumble. If he lands back on his wheels, fortunately for him, he does. As Nolan Green goes for a ride. Unfortunately, he does not come back on his wheels. He is going to have to tow to the garage, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. Tough break for Nolan Green as he was having a really good night. In the meantime, looks like Kinder has been moved back to P5, and the Fawn has moved up to P3. In the meantime, your hard charger right now is John Smew, moving up 7 positions from where he started at this race. I tell you what, that was a heck of a save by the number 669 machine. What a save that was. We come to 1 to go. Let's go back to our leader, Trevor Byridge, looking for that first win of the season. What a night to get on the championship race night. Last race of the season, you get your first win. That's a way to put an exclamation point on your season. Let's see if he jumps. If he jumps to start again, he got a great launch last time. As soon as that pace truck pulled off, he was on the gas. And that's exactly what he's going to do. As soon as that pace truck pulled off, he is on that gas. The 71 is all over the back end of Todd Shot going into turn 1. Stefan looking down low. Limited contact there between Stefan and Shot, but nothing serious. They're all able to keep it going straight as we're going to have a battle on our hands here. As Garrett Kinder, he's moved his way up there. Pushing it 3 wide around the corner. There's still 3 wide going down the backstretch. Like a little bit of contact there between Todd Schott and the 71 Eric Burkhalter. Schaefer, he's moved his way up into P6. Todd Schott is getting shuffled back at this point. He restarted P2 and he is getting shuffled to the rear. He's just stuck on that outside lane. A little bit more contact there, and I can open the door for John Smeal to come into the picture, take that position away. Oh, as Schaefer gets turned right into the 50th Smeal. They all keep it going. Smeal's on that really loose dirt coming out of pit road. Kyle Roberts is now in the picture. We go back up to our leaders here. Kyle Roberts moved up into P5, 9 position from where he started at. And Trevor Byridge, Michael Stefan, Garrett Kinder, top 3 right now. No new faces though. They have been running top 3 almost all season. You got Eric Burkhalter, P4, and then Kyle Roberts sitting in P5 at the moment. We are at only 12 laps complete of the 40 lap race here. Go check in with Kyle Roberts while this battle's going on here. We go check in with Kyle Roberts. He's actually in the process of getting passed by the 426 machine of Todd Schott. And then behind him, you got Scott A. Reed making his way back up to the front after getting involved in that caution earlier on. He gets around Jordan Schaefer for P7. They are 3 wide back there behind them. We'll check back here in the back. Now looking at Alex V. You see all the commotion going on back here. Let's go check in with our leaders. Mr. Trevor Byridge currently with a half a second gap over Michael Stefan. Still a lot of racing left here. This track's going to start wearing out pretty quick as Garrett Kinder, he has a handful with Eric Burkhalter diving to the inside going around turns 3 and 4. 26 laps to go. Eric Burkhalter gets in that corner a little too hot. It's going to slide up. And now it's going to open the door for Kinder. One of those tracks you don't want to try to do a slide drop on because you don't want to let your opposing driver to get the inside line. These guys are all over that racing berm. These two are putting on a show right now. This is the battle for P3, and if you looking at it, you think this is the battle for the first place position. This is just for a podium finish at this point. These are laying it all out on the line. In the meantime, let's look back there, and Kyle Roberts is sitting in P6 now. like the 64 and the 73 got a little battle going on, but we're gonna keep an eye on this battle right here. These guys have been side by side for a good couple of laps here. It looks like Burkhalter finally got the edge on Kinder here. He's able to keep it as he goes through turn 3 and 4 here. Correction, turns 1 and 2.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag is out. Looks like Fry Hubbard and Alex V's involved in this crash. Let's go see what happened here. Fry Hubbard. Looks like he just got loose going into the turn and hard into the wall, and then can't quite catch who that was involved at the end of that. Without Alex V's involved. So hard into the wall. Oh, it's 17 in front of him. Alex V's came and just hit him a ton. Unfortunately, Fry Hubbard is going to end up on his roof, and he's going to have to require a tow. Sit in pit lane for a bit until that tow time is over. So this is going to reset the field. It's Trevor Byers and Michael Stefan, row 1. You got Eric Berthalter, Garrett Kinder, row 2. Followed by Todd Schott and Kyle Roberts, row 3. Let's see if Michael Stefan can match the launch Byers has been getting since he took over that lead. I think Alex V's might be pitting here. He has a decent amount of damage. I don't know if he has that little meatball flag or not. Why Alex V's? Let's go ahead and take a look at that front bumper he got with that Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders logo on there. Important the league. Kind of the guy that put this league all together. These guys are starting to double file it up as we come to 1 to go this time by. Tell you what, everyone, this is definitely a more action-packed race than I expected it to be. One thing these guys always like saying, they're just a bunch of dirt asphalt racers on a dirt track having fun on Tuesday night, throwing back a couple brewskis. Trevor Byers, he gets a jump here, and Stefan isn't having it. He actually got a pretty good launch right there with Trevor, was able to slip inside of the 71 there of Eric Burkhalter. And one thing that caution did is let that gap between Byridge and Stefan close up. As you see, Stefan, he is really riding that berm there. Actually helping him out. He's able to get his nose in there for a bit, but looks like Byridge just had the better drive off that time by. These guys are still battling it out for the lead. As you got Kyle Roberts running up high outside of Todd Schott and Garrett Kinder. In the meantime, Michael Stefan has the inside line. He is there, taking over the lead from Trevor Byridge. And this has been the story all season long. When these tracks start to wear out, Michael Stefan really starts to shine. That is when he's really fast. As you see the 35 machine, Kyle Roberts, he is all the way up there in the top lane. Probably the part of the track with the most traction at this point. Might not be the fastest, but it's part of the track where you have the most control over your car. See if that pans out for him or not. He is on that top groove. Almost hitting the wall coming. Oh, he actually hit the wall coming off the turn there. Coming to 18 laps to go this time by. How about the recovery for Scott Reed? Involved in the caution early on. Flipped over, and he is now sitting in P7. I know it's not the night he wanted, but a great recovery there by Scott Reed. If he gets top 3, we'll definitely have to mention that to him. What a way to recover from a really early caution. As all this is going on, you have the 71, it looks like, starting to creep up on that number 9 machine of Trevor Byridge. He's getting a pretty decent drive off, but he's slowing down a little bit more than Trevor is on corner entry. These top 3 have really drove away from the field. In the meantime, it looks like Todd Schott has finally been able to clear Garrett Kinder. No, not quite yet. We can get it done this time by. Oh, we got a car around. Looks like that was a 35 of Kyle Roberts that was turned around there. Looks like he was just up in the. He just hit the berm all by himself. Oh, he just got loose going in the turn. Hit the 73 Scott Reed. And then right in the back in 64, as you see a lot more cars involved. Oh no, that's a really bad break for Kyle. Such a strong race. He ends up on his roof. We go back and look at this. We'll take a quick look. Like 64 was involved in that. 50 came in. 88 came in, got some damage. Got the 51 and the 14 all involved in that wreck. Tough break there for Kyle Roberts. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't say it's tough. Tabor, or I don't know who commented from Midwest Days of Thunder. It's not really tough. It's just you need a lot more, I would say, track awareness what's going on with you because of the slides people can get. I mean, me personally, I'd love to see in our league. Just saying. Dude, I'll be the admin of it. I love dirt racing. It's fun. Yeah, it's not tough. I mean, pretty simple. It's just a lot of track awareness. When you get to bigger tracks like this, you might not know someone's up high. They got to run on the outside line. You might try running the race line and coming up to the top of the track and hit them. So it definitely requires a lot of track awareness, and definitely you want a good spotter. Paycheck pulls off, and Stefan, first time tonight, leads the track to a green flag as it flies, and he gets a great jump in front of the 19 machine, actually 9 machine of Trevor Byridge, with the 71 Eric Bergthalter sitting behind him. We got a good battle going on out here for P4 between Todd Schott and Garrett Kinder. Great battle going on between these guys. They're battling out for a couple laps of 4, and they're battling out once again here. Garrett Kinder run the inside line. Todd Schott on the outside this time. Last time they're battling out, roles were reversed. Garrett Kinder gets a little loose coming off that turn here. But great recovery there by Garrett. Still trying to get clear of that 426 machine. Can't quite get it done, as it looks like the outside line might have the speed now. Unless you're on that berm, I think the outside line is where you want to be. Let's go take a look where,
Yellow flag is
well,
out.
as I say that, the yellow flag is out. Looks like that was Nolan Green, Alex Veith, along with Jordan Schaefer involved in that caution. As they went back to their other car going into the wall. Can't quite tell what car that was. That was Fry Hubbard going into the wall. So you're going to see Fry Hubbard going into the wall as I slow this down here. A little bit of contact there from the 14. Somewhere around here, Alex Veith, Nolan Green, and Jordan Schaefer get involved in a collision. There it is right there. You see the 14 get spun around with the 88 of Charles Stevens Jr. and the 51 of Alex Veith. Ellie Haynes, thank you for the like on Facebook. With all the excitement of racing and good hard racing, I have lost track of what lap we are on. We will find out when we go green here again. This should show us 13 to go, so when we go green, realistically, we'll have probably 14 laps to go. Lights on that pace truck are off, which means we are about to go green flag racing once again here at Knoxville. Coming down to the wire here. Will we have a repeat winner? Will Garrett Kinder be able to top off a really good season and get that championship, or Michael Stefan somehow figure out a way to steal it from him? Pace truck pulls off and we are out racing again as Stefan gets a great jump off that restart, as Eric Bertard got a pretty good jump as well. Meantime, Garrett Kinder looks like he is in a battle for P3 back here with the 71 machine. But Garrett Kinder finished podium or not, we will be interviewing him if he wins the championship, which as it stands now, I don't see him not winning it. In the meantime, we got Trevor Byers trying to hunt down this leader. We got 11 laps left to go. They are 2 wide racing. Speedwell is back behind these top 2 guys. See back here. Oh, we got Josh Oswald. He's made a great recovery, sitting up here currently in P6. 2 guys back here. Josh Oswald and Scott Reed have amazing recovery so far this race. Early race incidents did not deter them. They have charged their way back up to the front to be in contention for a top 5 finish here tonight. We go check back in with the leader. It looks like Stefan is really driving away with this car, as he is a half a second ahead of these guys, as Trevor Byers under pressure big time from the 71 machine. If we got another yellow, it looks like John Smeal and Kyle Roberts involved in this one. We're looking here, chasing Smeal. Like the 14 just got loose in front of him. One Smeal around, and I don't know where Kyle Roberts got involved in this at. We can't see what happened with Kyle Roberts here. Oh, Kyle Roberts hit the 14 machine and he just got loose. And that's so we're going. When I see the berm, this is the berm. Look how big that is right there. And these guys are riding that berm sometimes. They have their wheels up on top of it. Incredible what these guys are able to do on dirt. I know me personally, when I've raced here, I've never thought about using that berm to my advantage. I'm too scared to go near that thing. They can get you loose in a heartbeat if you don't know what you're doing. But from the looks of it, Stefan and Burkhalter, and I think Kinder's done it a couple times too. These guys know how to handle that car when it's up on that berm. Kyle Roberts currently the only guy sitting a lap down at this point. Everyone watching on here, I do not know the actual schedules M.TV has, but I do know for sure tune in Thursdays, Fridays, and Monday nights at 9 p.m. for our races in M.Dot. Thursday nights we got ARCA, Friday nights we got Cup, and Monday nights we got Xfinity. That is being broadcasted by the AAA broadcasting crew. Definitely good crew to go check them out. Fun to watch. They know what they're talking about, and they give you detailed on what's going on the track. Oops. Coming down to this. Getting down to the nitty gritty with 8 laps to go, 7 laps to go. They cross the start finish line this time by. Since they restarted single file, not too much commotion going on yet. As we go back here to the 17 machine of Josh Oswald, he is sneaking into that top 5. He is currently sitting in P6, trying to get around that 5th place machine, the number 13 of Garrett Kinder, but he has Scott Reed right with him. And many times both these guys have not had an easy race, and yet they are up here battling for that 5th place position. They're running out of time to do it though. As in the meantime, Michael Stefan has lost the lead to Trevor Byridge. We might have to go back and see what happened there. Let's go do that real quick. Go see how Byridge got it done. It looks like he got Stefan a little bit loose going into the corner, but that got it done. We go back to our live feed. Trevor Byridge still sitting in the lead with 4 laps to go, looking for his first win of the season. He got Michael Stefan right on his tail. In the meantime, Josh Oswald has gotten around Garrett Kinder for P5. Stefan is all over that little berm right there. So to make a connection, Eric Berghalter, he is there to take advantage if these guys get in a wreck. So Stefan has regained the lead. And in the meantime, Josh Oswald and Scott Reed have both got around the number 13. Eric Burkhalter now all over the back end of Michael Stefan. He is looking for his first win of the season. 2 to go this time by.
Yellow flag.
And a caution is out with 2 to go. We are going to have a very interesting finish here, everyone. Matt Nice involved in this caution. See him battling a loose car coming off that turn, and he was unable to collect it as he just gets loose all by himself. It looked like he got loose all by himself, but it looks like he had a little help from the 50. The 50 really had nowhere to go in that scenario. If you're tuned in, everyone, do not leave now. Tighten those straps down. Get a thing of popcorn if you haven't, because we are in for a very, very interesting 2 laps. I don't think I've called a green-white checkered yet this season, but last race of the season, here it comes. And these races don't necessarily have green-white checkers. I mean, they do, but they don't. I don't think there's a limit on green-white checkers here. It's just if you get the start-finish line, white flag. If you don't, caution. And you just keep repeating it. Correction, actually, I am wrong. They do have a limit of green-white checkers. 3 of them. So their first attempt at a green-white checkered, and then I am almost positive they will be lining up double file, which is going to make this restart very interesting. Got a couple interesting interviews coming up here. Oh, Eric Burkhalter, dude, he is sitting there in P2. Been in P3 most of this race. Hasn't quite had the speed, but if Byridge and Stefan get into it, will he be out of the collision? Will he get involved? And will that open door Todd shot? Or even Josh Oswald? There's a lot of things that could happen here. Michael Stefan looking for his 4th win of the season. Everyone else in the top 5 looking for their first. And Garrett Kinder sitting in P6 looking for his second. I might say corrected. They're going to restart single file coming to green-white checkered here.
Green, green,
I
green.
think Todd shot. He gets a late jump there. Josh Oswald's going to jump to the outside, which is perfectly allowed. You are allowed to pass on the outside here in the Dirt Racing Series. Restart single file. I don't think anyone has anything for Michael Stefan. Byers, he settled into second. As Scott Reed, he is now battling out for a podium, or not a podium, a top 5 finish with Josh Oswald here. Scott Reed looking down low. As Todd Shot's going to get loose right in front of Reed. I think Reed's going to run out of time. He's going to run that bottom line as hard as he can, but he's not going to be able to get there. Who will get P4? I believe Josh Oswald got P4 and Todd Schott got P5. But in the meantime, Michael Stefan is your race winner. And I'm almost positive Garrett Kinder, who did finish P8, I'm almost positive he is your champion. Did he get stuck? Alright, so we're going to wait for these guys to hop in the podium finisher chat. As they do what they always do, just do a little demo derby after the race, have a last little bit of fun. I love watching these guys do this, it's so fun. Oh, Alex V's on there. I almost drug Alex V's up. We're going to wait a little bit, see if anyone hops in. Let's go ahead and bring Alex V. I don't know if he's meaning to. Oops. What's going on, Alex?
Oh, just finally got to play with the boys tonight.
I didn't know if you meant to join the waiting room or not, but I thought I'd pull you up here and go ahead and give a talk on how you thought the season went and what to expect with next week's start of IRX series.
the IRX is going to be your champion, Garrett Kinder. That is his little pet project. But yeah, season 4 dirt will take off after that wraps up. Maybe a week or two after that wraps up, we'll do like a couple test and tune races, some tune up races before we kick off the season. We'll probably be another 8 race season. I think the general consensus is we're going to stick with the late models. We're going to put up a poll in the Discord on whether or not we're going to go with the next step up to the pros, or if we're going to keep it the limiteds. But it'll be a pretty similar schedule regardless of cars. But I thought the racing all season was really good. I was really glad to finally get a chance to get this showcase to the world.
Yeah, for sure, fun to broadcast. Tonight was really fun. I can make a recommendation. If this could be the track to lead off the season, that'd be really cool. It's definitely a fun track to broadcast.
Yeah, it was nice to get the old Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders house car out on the track. John Smeal Racing Designs painted that machine up for me when we started this, and it just sat in the depths of my trading paints till night.
Oh, come on now. Come on, we're broadcasting. Sat in your hauler. Come on now. All right, man.
Yeah, it was good racing all the way around. Congrats again to Garrett Kinder getting a championship before Logan Sturgeon. I know he was really looking forward to that. Yeah, that's all I got. Running through the top 3.
All right, man. We'll pull Trevor in here. Unfortunately, Burkhalter is not in the waiting room, so we'll pull Mr. Safon up here. We'll save the best for last. We'll save the champion for last. We'll pull our race winner up here, Michael Safon. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, it's about time you stick around for an interview. You know, you've done top 3 about every dang race. But anyways, man, what a race, dude. It's definitely fun watching you and Trevor fight it out. And I don't know how you do it. I'm watching you ride that berm, and I'm expecting to get loose. I can't do it when I race here, so see you ride that berm, basically high-steering your car going to the turn was amazing to watch. Talk us what was going on during the race. Looked like there's a little bit of banging going on between you and Trevor, but it's kind of expected in dirt racing. What was going on, and how were you able to pass him with, I think, what was it, 2 to go? 3 to go?
Yeah, something like 3-4 or something. No, yeah, he got I got a little tight on that one on entry, I think, and then he took advantage, got on the inside. I mean, with these things, you gotta rub a little bit. So certainly nothing malicious on either way. I just talked to him too, but yeah, no, and I think one corner got a little tight. And I kind of slid under him, and then I was kind of race to the finish there to just get the inside position. It was just pretty much a 1 lane down there. If you can hold that position down low, that was kind of it.
So I got to ask you, man, because I saw you do it last week. Was there a reason you didn't opt for an EOL to try to get double points, try to get that championship, or were you only allowed to do that once a season?
You know what? That's a good question. I actually totally forgot about that. I didn't even think about EOL tonight. So, yeah, no, that's a good question. I just totally forgot.
Yeah, because I know last week you came up 1 position short from doing it. I was expecting it. When you didn't do it, I was like, is he only going to do it once? Or, But I know 4 wins, most wins on the season. Unfortunately, weren't able to run down Garrett and get that championship. But you can get the little trophy for most wins this season.
We'll take it. It's all good. Yeah, he ran plenty of races. I missed a couple. But, yeah, we'll take it.
All right, man. Congrats on the win, dude.
Hey, appreciate it. Have a good night.
Pulling our P3 finisher, Mr. Trevor Ripcord Byers. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Man, what a race, dude. It was definitely fun watching you and Michael battle it out. I know P3 is not what you want. I think you led the most laps. You were getting some great restarts. What was going on when I think it came to 6 to go when you finally were able to get around them? What do you think you could have done differently to hold Stefan off there to the final laps?
Dude, I don't know. I'm drunk as fuck. I was just having fun. I don't know. I mean, it was just a good time, man. Like, we had a good time. I don't know if these chicks have wieners or not. I don't know.
Hey, try to keep PG, man.
No, I don't know, man. It was good. Michael ran good. Burke ran good. It was a battle between the top 3. Michael and I, it's nice to run with somebody you can kind of lean up against sometimes and give him a door, but he ran good. I just want to say thank you to my guys at Dirt Affliction, my wife. But no, it was a good run. These guys have done a good league all year that I've got to race. And thank you for broadcasting, man.
No problem, man. It's definitely been a blast. Looking forward to season 4. If I'm not, don't got another gig, definitely want to come back and broadcast y'all.
Well, we'll talk. You might have another gig. We'll talk. But no, just thanks, Kinder. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Nolan. These guys ran really good all night long. This was a one-lane track, but we made it racy, and that's all you can ask for, man. Really, like lean-in's okay, but it's hard racing. And it was good. Michael definitely earned that win. I made him earn it, so that's all I can ask.
You definitely did, man. Well, congrats on the P3, dude.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
What's going on, Eric?
How's it going, bud?
Ooh, you're loud. I can turn you down real quick. Getting there, finished P2, man. I know for the most race you were running P3, and when you started seeing those leaders battle it out, were you just praying that they wrecked each other out so you can sneak by them, get a win? Cause I know you weren't as fast as those two, but you were up there with them. Had something happen, you were right there to take that win and steal it from everyone.
Yeah, I seen them battling hard. I don't want them to take each other out, but the more they rubbed, the closer I got. I felt really fast. I felt like I was the fastest at the end. I'm just not good on the restart, so I didn't have nothing for him there.
Yeah, going to that final restart, man. Looks like Stefan got a great jump. Did he just catch you sleeping? Did you spin the tires, or you just not great at restarts whatsoever?
I think I spun the tires because I was, as close as I could get without touching him and probably bumping him a little bit. And, he went, I went, and he just got a better start. So I'm assuming I spun the tires. It's kind of hard to tell in these things because they're a little underpowered.
Gotcha, man. I didn't ask the other guys this, so I'll save it to ask for you. I don't think I've done an interview with you yet. Talk us through how weird it is running this track. To where usually when you run dirt, it's that top line, mid line you want. Here it's that bottom line. Talk us through the difficulties really when the bottom line's a fast line on a dirt track.
Well, the reason here in these cars is because the cars are underpowered and it's such a big track. So the shorter around's the fastest, and it's not real high bank, so you're not getting a great run off the top. As we're in the sprint cars and stuff, you've got the power to get around them. But it is tough because if you got somebody outside of you, you can't enter like you want to normally. So take a big chance of sailing it in there and pushing through the middle and wiping people out. So it's a fine line. Got a lot of give and take.
Gotcha, man. Well, congrats on the P2. I think it's your first podium finish since I started broadcasting. I know you've been top 5 once or twice. So definitely some momentum going into IRX series if you run it. If not, you got some momentum going into next season 4 dirt.
Yeah, I hope so. I've been really fast some nights, but I've had some internet issues. I was running like 4th at Eldora, and it kicked me for internet packet loss, and was leading one race and got spun. So I feel like I'm competitive. I just hadn't had the finishes.
All right, man. Well, congrats. Definitely look forward to seeing you run in season 4.
Appreciate it, bud.
Oh, I'm striking myself out. All right, so we're gonna bring in your season 3 champion, Garrett Kinder. Definitely he didn't have the most wins on the season, but wins don't matter. Consistency matters. He definitely was consistent week in and week out. We'll go ahead and bring him in and congratulate him on that championship. What's going on, Garrett?
Hey, Isaac, what's going on, brother?
First and foremost, man, congratulations winning the championship. I know you didn't have the most wins, but well, I was telling the viewers before I brought you in, wins don't matter, consistency matters, and since I started broadcasting, you were definitely top 5 every week. You ended up finishing P8 today. What ended up happening there? Because you were running top 5 most of the race. It seemed like towards the end, you just lost momentum or something.
Yeah, I didn't follow the track nearly well enough. Tried working that high line a little too early, and lost a couple spots off of it, and then tried to go back low, and I just lost my mojo down low. Kept losing the back end, and couldn't really get the thing to stick. So didn't work out too well tonight, but overall in the season, man, I'm stoked. It's consistency. I don't think I missed a main all season. Made it to every one of them, and had some pretty good finishes. Pulled a win down. I think it was last week or week before.
It was last week, February.
So to get a win, let alone a series win, with some of these guys they're some dirt slingers now, and so to pull down the season championship, I'm stoked.
Now, what I should have done, I should have reminded Stephon about the double point thing. He said he completely forgot about it tonight. But going into that, were you kind of surprised you didn't see him get asked for an EOL?
Well, I had talked to Alex beforehand, and he had kind of hinted that he wasn't doing that for the championship race. That was only during the regular season type thing. So
okay.
I don't know if they'd talked about it beforehand or not, and he got a yay or a nay on it. But yeah, that was in the back of my mind. He's always tough to beat, and if that had gone down, of course he would have had a little bit more trouble working up through the field. But I'm sure he would have been putting on a show for sure.
Well, man, congrats on that championship. I'm going to let you have a couple minutes if you want to give some shout-outs to people you want to give shout-outs to, and look forward to you season 4, and I heard you got some bragging rights over Logan winning a championship before he did.
Yeah, everybody was telling me I should give him a whole ration of crap for winning a championship before he did, but he's in the running for that Xfinity championship, so we'll see how that shakes out. But as far as sponsors, of course, I want to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. Man, we've been in contention for just about every series we've been in. Made it to top 4, made it to Final 4 in the Truck Series last season, the Cup Series last season. Just about everything we've run in, we've had championship runs that just fell up a little bit short and ended up coming home P2 or P3, P4 in the season. But to finally pull down the W and bring home a championship for them, because they sit home and watch, it's amazing. It really is. Great family support. Man, you just can't beat it. Of course, I want to thank Alex. He bowed out of the season, ran race control all season, except for tonight. He hopped in and raced just, I guess, because he could, and I was glad to see him out there. He did pretty well. Thank Alex for doing all this. Man, I'm really just a secondary commissioner of this series. I do some graphic work here and there, and he bounces some ideas off me, and we kind of build the schedule together. But other than that, it's all Alex. So big shout out to him. Of course, all my teammates over at Reaper Racing. There's not a whole lot of them in here, but whatever they do run, it's always a good time having them. Thank Matt Geis, head honcho of Original Rebels Racing League. Man, so this dirt series, if I'm not mistaken, was the second series that got the green light. This was the second series after our main one was a truck series for season 1, and that's all we did was trucks. And the next one on the block was this dirt series. And we've run some different cars here and there, but I really like these late models. We might step it up next season. We might not. We haven't really decided that yet, but really looking forward to see how that shakes out. We're looking forward, actually, the next 8 weeks, we're doing a little maybe a one-off little rallycross season.
Oh, I know.
Season,
if I don't get a Tuesday night gig, I'll be out there with y'all.
Well, come on with it, man. We'd love to have you out there.
I mean, if I get a broadcasting gig, I mean, come on now.
I understand completely. Got to make that money. I get it. But man, thank you for hopping on. Midway through the season, you came on, started broadcasting these races, and we appreciate it. And we'll see how next season goes. Looking forward to it already. Just time to start preparing for it, I guess.
Yeah. Just quick before you get off of here, Kevin. I don't know if he's your dad, brother, but he gave you a shout out during the race, and go number 13.
Yeah, that'd be my old man. Man, he watched these things religiously. It don't matter how late in the night they run. If he's out doing something, most of the time they hurry home to come back and watch the races. So, man, like I said, it's great having family support. He's the sponsor. He's the one that said, hey, yeah, well, we'll do this for you, and did the sponsorship for me. So, Dad, I know you're watching. Love you. Thank you. Glad we could bring a championship home for you.
Gotcha, man. If you got a minute, I'm talk to you in another chat room real quick. But I'm gonna drag you out of here from MS Stream. If you just want to hop in the spotter channel, I'll hop in down there in a second.
All right, then.
All right. Can I drag him? There we go. So with that being said, everyone, that does conclude season 3 for the Tuesday Night Dirt Invaders. They will be taking an 8-week break, 8 or 9 week break from oval racing. Going to go dirt road racing in the IRX series. Once again, it will not be broadcasted, but if you do want to catch the action, I will be, if I am racing, I will be streaming it live from my cockpit. Go Go ahead and tune in for that. And once again, if you guys are not busy on Monday, Thursday, and Friday nights, tune in to the AAA broadcasting crew, broadcast at M.TV. And anytime you see any of us on, go ahead and tune in, show us some love. Appreciate all tuning in like